Speaking about good bad movies,
Mhm.
have you heard of Ghosts Can't Do It?
Ghosts Can't Do It. That sounds like a sex
No.
comedy from the 80s.
Well, 1988, starring Bo Derek. Her husband, who was probably quite a few decades older than her, passed away from a heart attack. And then he then appears to her as a ghost, as though, hey, and he tasks her to find another man so that he can inhabit his body and live their lives together again.
That is amazing.
And if you look at the scenes, like you see Bo Derek just on set and she's like acting, and then she just turns away in a random place and then starts talking. Now, obviously, like it wasn't with the actual actor who was there. She just like, presumably, I like to think she just looked in some random direction, started talking, and then filmed on another day, probably like months afterwards. They had this actor come back. It wasn't even in the. It wasn't even that. It was just like a black background, just looking, and they're just like, oh, just no interaction between. You could tell they weren't in the same room or had anything to go by, and it was just absolutely ridiculous. And
I'm gonna watch that.
please do. And it got nominated for several Razzies, including Worst Supporting Actor for Donald Trump. Donald Trump was in this film, playing himself. He played himself. I got nominated for a Razzie.
That's amazing.
It's just,
Oh man.
I can't like.
I mean, that's not the only worst thing that Donald Trump's been nominated for. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, bless his soul, wherever he is.
Oh no.
He's the
I
only.
mean, people have been asking for him to be cut from Home Alone 2. People asking to be cut from Home Alone 2.
He's the only actor from Home Alone 2 that's ever been impeached, and that's quite sad to think about.
Oh, yeah.